Hello everyone. Jina langu ni Nancyanne Wanja. I'm a musician, naimbanga nyimbo za kusifu Mungu. And nimeokoka, napenda Yesu kwa yale amenifanyia na yes. Asanteni na karibuni sana. Those who know me by video yenye nimefanya my testimony, na kuna wale pia wamenijua kwa sababu ya nyimbo, but leo niko hapa to make some things clear about the testimony. And so nita begin that I have lost my mom. It's been hard. It's not as easy as I thought it could be. So ningetaka to make things clear that concerning testimony, that the way I shared my testimony, first of all, that is my story. And the story, there's no way I could have shared it without mentioning my mother, my father, and everywhere that I went and where I grew up, every place that I went to. And so they had to be there. But the main point was me. The story was about me. I had no intention kuumiza mtu yoyote ama kuportray mtu yoyote in a bad way. And so I want to make it clear that to those wenye wameonanga maybe wamefocus so much on my mom or my parents generally, I would want them maybe to just know that the story, it's not about to single mtu out, and it's just for the glory of God. I shared it just so people can see that God really changes situations, and hakuna kitu ngumu kwa Mungu, that I made it through from everywhere nimekuwa nimepitia, with all the hardness that I had to go through. Mungu aliniwezesha, akanifikisha venye niko, birthing me songs which I still believe he will continue birthing more and more for his glory. Maombi yangu imekuwa that one day nitawahi pata an opportunity kufanya video na my mom yenye tunaongea, just to talk and so people can see and know that we didn't have any differences, despite how maybe people viewed it and maybe thought up to now we had differences. I would want to make it clear that hatukuwa na any differences. I have always loved her, I have always honored her, and I've loved her to the fullest. I never saw her any less. I never saw her that like she never maybe took care of me when I was a kid. I treasured that she gave birth to me. I believe that hiyo ndio ilikuwa purpose yake for my life. The rest, I had no hard feelings with her. I have been there for her the way God enabled me. Nimekaa na yeye like since 2006. That's when we reunited. And so 2021, it will be my first year that I will have to say it has ended without having her coming to my house, spending time with me and my kids. Since 2006, most of my life now I've had her. The least of the time amekuja akatembea, maybe she stayed 3 months. All the other times she could stay 6 months. She could even stay a year. Like 2020, I stayed with her close to the whole year. And even 2018, I stayed with her the whole year. I'm thanking God for the times when amenipatia na yeye. She knows that I treasured her and I loved her with all my heart. And so yeah, so ningependa sana watu wajue that my mom, she was the best thing that has happened to me, my kids, then the rest follow. Up to the time that amekuja ku rest, we have been in talks. I was really hoping that this year, by the time it's ending, we will have had me having a talk with her on camera, so that let people see and know that to me, I feel like every moment that was lost, I had recovered it by the grace of God. And the way I have had many times seeing her spend time with my children, playing with them, loving them, praying for them. At her point of the time I've lost her many times, especially last year, 2020, I felt, even I was praying and thanking God, and I was telling God, He truly restores. If He had really made that happen the way we were, the times we spent, and how she was with my children, I felt like I never lost a moment. It remains that the Lord had made it possible that we were together as nothing ever happened. And so I believe that she's resting in peace. I trust that when that time comes, we shall be together again and rejoice in the Lord. And yes, so by the time of her demise, she just got ill. She had an issue with her chest, and so we lost her like no one expected, because we didn't think it was not something serious. She was actually going just for a checkup, but the Lord, that is His will, I believe so. And slowly by slowly, I'm trusting that we shall heal, all of us, her children. We loved her so much, my sisters, my brother. We are trusting God that atatuponya. As time goes by, her grandchildren, they all loved her, they all treasured her, and we will miss her dearly. And so I made a song for my mom, and the song, you will listen to it. And yeah, so my mom, vile rest, I'm still yet to come in terms with it. We lost her on 18th of January, and we laid her to rest on Wednesday 27th. There's nothing we can do. We thank God for the moments ametupatia na yeye. We treasure each and every moment. I know it is the same for my sisters and my brother. We all loved her very much. And why maybe I feel indebted to her, it's because sometimes I see the comments to those, maybe the way they comment, and maybe think that she was this cruel person and she was just a bad person. I would want them to know that my mom, she was a loving woman. She was good. Whatever had happened in my childhood, I can't blame anybody. And I can't blame even my mother, or it's like blaming God. It's like now I can just say God had power to change those situations and He never changed. It is the same I view it when I blame my mom. So I don't blame anybody. I accept that was my path. That is how it was meant to be. Nobody could have done it any different. Not my mom, not my father, not my sisters, not my family, friends. It was meant to be the way it is. And I love the way it was. I give God the glory because of how He has brought me from that far, and now I'm here. It is just about the goodness of God. It is not meant to cause any pain, but I know emotions are triggered when you're watching and you feel like it was very hard. I have made it clear in the few interviews that I've gone that when I was going through all that, I never even realized that I was going through a hard time until I grew up, and I felt, now I started encountering the gaps and filling the gaps, and I just felt like I had a lot of gaps in my life. And so I felt there was need to share my story. The first testimony was actually meant just for the family, and I really wanted them to not even, maybe not, they might not fit in my shoe, but I wanted them to understand me a little and just know what I had gone through. And out of it, by the time I did it, I had not even sung. I had no song. I sang later on, and so at the point of music and the testimony, they matched, and now they looked like they are one thing. But it was not meant like ati nilikuwa nataka kuharibia mtu jina, ama wale wanasikianga offended by the story wa family. Me, I never meant to offend anybody. I was just giving my story, which happened to affect them one way or another. But I want everybody to know that that story, it is for the glory of God, and to encourage somebody and just people to know that nothing is permanent. If I'm seated here and I am able to talk, and that I laugh, I smile, I have many moments that I recall when I was growing up, and I just feel like, wow, truly there is God. There is God if this is me, and everything is possible. That I had to go through all that I went through, and sijawahi umia. Na in fact, kama kuna kuumia kwingi nimekujua nikiwa mtu mzima. Personally, if I have to speak for myself, I'll just say that I honor my mother. I loved her. I cherished her. At least I'm happy when I'm saying it, because I know she knows. She knows that I loved her. She knows there's nothing in this world that I was able to do for her that I couldn't have done. I did everything that I was able to do for her. I can do it again and again, even more, if God was to give me a chance with her. There's no a minute, even the ones that I've had with her and I feel like they were lost, I can try just to treasure and fix every moment. I will not have had her call me. Since I had my son now, he was just calling me Ewa Domi, Mama Domi. But if not that, she used to call me, hey mom, knowing that I will not have to hear her voice, her encouragement, and her laughter. The way she loved to sing, and I have written a lot of songs in her presence when she's in my house, and she used to encourage me and help me in making the tune. She would tell me the one that is nice, the one that is not nice. And there's that my song Dokamake. For many people who can hear Kikuyu, kindly listen to it. That song, I wrote it with my mother. She actually is the one in the video. As I did the video, she was with me. Towards the end, that's her in the. She was the one kwa shamba. That's my mother. She inspired me, and yeah, alinisaidia to make the whole thing venye ilikuwa 2018, 2019, 2020. Those 3 years, Mungu amehakikisha tumekuwa so close than the rest of the years. Even though the years we have had together, the way angependa to make na na na, like Dokamake, she was like na 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 na. That is how we made the Dokamake song. And so even this one, as I was making it for her, I was just thinking, I hope if she was here, she could have loved it and she could have told me, yes, that is nice, let's do this. And so I made it, and I made sure I had to put those na 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 that she really loved. And so yes, mom, I know you're still here with us. I hope you're happy with the song and you have loved it. And if you were here, the moments, all the times that you've taken me to studio, I can count the songs zenye nimeenda kwa studio kama siko na wewe. Siwezi. Kwanza ile siku nilienda kurecord this song, I entered in that studio and I only recalled you holding my daughter so I can sing. It has not been easy. Nitaishi kukupenda. I have cried many times concerning these testimonies and the stories, and this one, I am praying it ends here. That the way I wished tutafanya videos of laughter na yeye, that from here we will have many other videos with her, that we are just showing the love and the goodness of the Lord. The tears will end here by the grace of God. We will also have many other series about my life. I will have, of course, many that I will wish she was there to witness. Like especially, she kept telling me, asking me, if only people would hear your songs, that when I will ever hear you, I'm just walking and I hear a random radio passing and I hear your song, I will feel overjoyed. And I know she meant that from the bottom of her heart. I know it will happen. God is not limited. This has been His will. At least she have had few times that she have seen me by chance on TV singing, and I know what she could have wanted and what she could have loved. I feel bad that she have not had to see it with the magnitude she could have loved to see. And she kept encouraging me and telling me that God's time is the best. It could be easy, but I know it is not. But right now, knowing every time I will be writing a song, she will be guiding me more and she will be listening. So I'm praying for more songs, better ones that will always please her and please God most, and bless other people as well.